Breaking news, Trump flips on crypto, bullish on Bitcoin. We're going to break that down today, and I'm going to share with you in today's video why this is the most critical time in human history to shift your family's timeline. My name is Coach JB. What I work to do is make very complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so the normal everyday person can implement them. We've helped hundreds of people since 2023 with Index Universal Life, teaching them how to secure their wealth in tier one capital. As this economy completely shifts, we're securing our wealth in tier one capital, and that's where we're putting our crypto profits. It's insuring your wealth. They teach you how to insure your car, your house, but they don't teach you how to insure your wealth. Tax code 7702A. In the description of this video, you can click to do a free consultation with my licensed insurance team, or in the description of my social media platform. Also, I want to share with you guys, I have an absolutely free book that you can download that on the back end of every video, repetitively, I share with you exactly what I'm doing. But if you want it in print and you want it right in front of you, download on your computer, no hoops to jump through, put in your email, boom, it'll be there in about 15 minutes. All right, so let's dive right into this. So Trump bullish on Bitcoin now, but I'm also going to, I guess what I want to help you guys learn is discernment. This is nothing new under the sun, family. The only rabbit hole you should be going down is your subconscious mind. The only thing you should be seeking is to rewire the indoctrination programming of being an industrial worker, trading time for money. What you should be doing is working harder on yourself than you do anything else. You should be creating a budget, understanding the risk pyramid, how you can take advantage of some of these biggest shifts in wealth right now, like the cryptocurrency markets, and how to pull profits properly. You have to do the opposite of everybody else. Wall Street will win 100% of the time. So we teach you how to reverse that. Okay. So let's listen to Trump's video. Then I'm going to show you the European Union and how they're pushing back on Bitcoin. So it's like America's approving a Bitcoin ETF. Trump is kind of becoming bullish on, well, we'll listen to his exact words. You can share with me if he's bullish or not. Jamie Dimon still says it's a pet rock, but Larry Fink says it's a flight to safety. So you have Larry Fink, the largest asset manager in the world, says it's a flight to safety, who's on the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum. Trump is kind of turning his tone a little bit. They approve the Bitcoin ETF, but the European Union is saying it's bullshit. So you're starting to see the separation. They're starting to turn against each other. Let's watch and pay attention, and let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think is actually happening here? Let's take a look.
Something that you haven't talked a lot about, you came out strongly against the central bank digital currency, which would be a government-controlled digital dollar. China obviously has its own push in the Chinese digital currency. But isn't the next logical step for you to embrace Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin obviously is decentralized. The government can't get its hands on it. What about Bitcoin and all the young people, including African Americans, who are very interested in it?
Well, a lot of people are doing it. I always liked one currency. I call it a currency. I like the dollar. But a lot of people are doing it. And frankly, it's taken a life of its own. You probably have to do some regulation, as you know. But many people are embracing it. And more I'm seeing people wanting to pay Bitcoin. And you're seeing something that's interesting. So I can live with it one way or the other. I've always liked one really powerful thing, and that's called the dollar.
Okay, so that's key. Now, he didn't say he's for it. Now, he didn't say he's against it. Okay, he said he likes one currency. Okay, so I'm not trying to get you all conspiracy, but we have to really think about this. Remember, Trump said way back in the past that there's an even playing field coming, an even playing field. And I've been sharing with you guys. We are going to an even playing field, a one world economy where money's going to move through the system at the speed of light and supply chain management. Guys, we cannot continue with this fragmented economy anymore. It doesn't work. They are transitioning us to a new economy. And now here's the balance. Okay. Now I want you guys to take a look at this. This was on February 22nd, 2024. EFT approval for Bitcoin, the naked emperor's new clothing. This is on the European Central Bank's website. So you have, it's so interesting, man. This is where the separation and the division happens. The operation, or what religious people call it, the rapture, right? They say a white horse is going to come down and somebody from a field is going to go up. People like me, I'm a spiritual, I don't know what you would call me. I love Jesus Christ. Love Jesus Christ. Yeshua. It's not his name. His name is not Jesus. It's Yeshua. But I love Jesus Christ. I love God. I love you. I love humanity. So I'm a I don't know, what would my religion be? The earth, God, love. So my point behind this is religious people call it the rapture. There's a separation of consciousness. That's what's happening right now. So now you're going to start to see dark go against light. Now it's a battle of our own consciousness, though. You have to see what wave of energy you want to follow. What wave of energy do you want to be in? How are you going to use these resources for good or for evil? But check this out. It says Bitcoin has failed the promise to be global, decentralized, digital. This is key. Listen to what they're saying. Read through this. Bitcoin has failed on the promise to be a global, decentralized digital currency, and it still hardly uses for legitimate transfer. The latest approval of the ETF doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin is not suitable as means of payment or investment. But it does change the fact that people are trying to get out of this normal monetary system, that these central banks right here, okay, central banks are all about control. The feds in America control the job markets and money supply. Okay. Since they've been in charge, our dollar has completely collapsed, which signals to me that we're heading into a new monetary system. So within America now, you're starting to see everybody pushing back on the SEC. Texas crypto company sues SEC for overreach on digital assets. Kraken joins Binance, Coinbase seeking dismissal of SEC lawsuit. This is the separation of consciousness, guys. This is the separation of consciousness. Okay. Michael Saylor, I've been following his stuff pretty closely because BlackRock and Vanguard are the largest holders in MicroStrategies. So he says MicroStrategies is up billions on its better bet. But executive chairman Michael Saylor told Bloomberg TV there's no reason to sell the cryptocurrency. Okay. So with his, and I'm going to explain on the back end of this video, we got great feedback from Julissa, our head of customer service, head of our service team out there. Somebody brought up why would I hold 50%? I'll bring that up on the back end. It's exactly what he's saying right here. So MicroStrategy says he's not interested in selling Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the exit strategy. What he's saying is Bitcoin is the exit strategy from the monetary system now. Okay. Bitcoin is not the exit strategy, which I'll explain on the back end of this video. So write that note down really quickly. And I want to answer the person's question. I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, this is interesting. Retail investors were likely behind the crypto market rally in February, JP Morgan says. Come on, JP Morgan. Come on. Are you getting mad now because all your Wall Street buddies are getting involved, Jamie Dimon? Are you getting upset because all your Wall Street buddies are now starting to say it's the best thing since sliced bread? It's a flight to safety. Okay, so let's break down like we do every single back end of the video. And now, why do I have Merlin on my screen every single time? We invented Merlin. 36,000 lines of code to solve a massive problem for you. Number one, as you can see right here, you go, this is a dummy account, just so you know. If we go here, where exchanges, it has all the different things, all the exchanges you can download. It has the markets, which is my favorite part right here. I don't know what's going on here. My computer froze up. There we go. So this is my favorite part right here. I can see the snapshot. We got Bitcoin down just a little bit. The market's pretty green right now. I can see daily gains and losses. There we go. Look at Johnny K. Read support. Look at Johnny K in there. Boom. That's the CEO right there. So you go here, you can do transactions, exit plans. So this is how we track our crypto, and this is how we exit the markets. Okay. So let me explain. There's a really good question. So why am I holding 50% long-term? So I'm holding 50% of my cryptocurrency long-term. I'm exiting 50% of the market. Here's why. Let's talk about the 50% I'm holding first, and then I'll talk about the 50% that I'm exiting and why. Okay, we have what's called a risk pyramid. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see my pyramid here. Okay, so all you guys can download Merlin 30 days for free down below. I'll see inside. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so we have what's called a risk pyramid. I should have put it up on my screen here. So on the left side of the risk pyramid, as you go up the risk pyramid, there's more risk but higher potential for gain. On the top of the risk pyramid, you're going to see stocks, cryptocurrency, things like that, right? They're very volatile. And think about it. Your 401k is allocated into that stuff, right? Specifically stocks, and then soon into Bitcoin, because now Fidelity can get involved in that. Then as you slide down the risk pyramid, okay, the potential for gain goes down, but the potential for loss decreases, right? Okay. So on the left side, you're going up the risk pyramid. So it gets riskier, but your potential is higher for gain. As you go down the risk pyramid, okay, your potential for gain is lower, but the risk goes down. Okay. Then at the bottom of that risk pyramid, okay, is what I call tier one capital. Well, it's called tier one capital, which is insurance. Okay. So think about cryptocurrency as one of the highest risks. It's super volatile. Okay. It's extremely speculative. There's no regulation. So the reason why I'm exiting 50% is because when anywhere in stocks have you ever seen, or in our living experience besides like the .com boom and thing, where you can make 10 times, 30 times, 100 times on your money? That's unheard of, right? So it'd be foolish for me as it goes up not to pull 50% out of my portfolio to take it from high risk, because I'm not going to watch it go up and slam back down like it did in 2022. I watched 85% of my portfolio disappear, but I had already pulled profits. Everybody else was thinking they were going to get rich quick. I pulled profits and I went down the risk pyramid. I put it into my insurance. Okay. And then from there, I put it into business, insurance, precious metals, and self-development. Okay. From there, I was able to buy back in as it's been dipped since 2022 all the way to 2024. So now I have a nice crypto portfolio that's got replenished. Okay. So it's going to go back up. I'm going to pull profits 50% down into tier one capital. So as everybody comes collapsing down, I'm secure. My retirement's good to go. My principal is guaranteed inside my insurance policies. Okay. Okay. Now the 50% that I'm holding, really important. Why am I holding 50%? And why do I say 50%? Because I know what to do. Why am I exiting 50%? Because everybody's like, why wouldn't you hold it forever? Because it's foolish to watch it go up and come back down. The asset managers aren't going to do that. BlackRock's not going to do that. They're going to pull profits and they're going to pull hard, right? Think about that for just a moment. Now, what Michael Saylor's talking about Bitcoin, it is a store of value. 80% of the supply has not moved. I'm still going to pull a little bit of Bitcoin off the table though, right? But 50% I'm going to hold because it's called a moon bag. I'm going to hold that forever because as it goes volatile, it's going to continue to go up just like Bitcoin does, right? Now, what I can do with the 50%, which is powerful, is that I can stake it. Like right now, I think on Coinbase, you can put it in my dyslexia, sorry, USDT. I think that's right. I think you get like 5% on your money, right? That's pretty good. So if I could pull some profits out, put it in USDT, I could make 5% on a little bit of my money there, or the 50% that I'm holding, holding all my cryptocurrencies, I can stake it for maybe 3 to 2%, depending on the cryptocurrency. I think Ethereum was making 2.5%. Then another percentage of that, I can collateralize that to get cash tax-free income, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So the reason why I'm exiting 50% because I understand risk pyramids. That's why I'm exiting 50%. I think it's foolish in the greatest opportunity in human history to see something skyrocket and then just watch it go up and come collapsing down. That's what most people did in 2022. And they were depressed and had anxiety. You need to pull profits. It's super important. But when you pull profits, why would you put it into fiat? Why would you put it into the US dollar and just let it sit there? It doesn't make any sense. The banks, when your money, or say your $1 million from crypto profits are sitting in the bank, they're putting it into tier one capital. They're putting it into the stock market and they're lending it to the next person. Banks make money in 3 ways: interest income, fee income, and capital markets income. Your money is not just sitting there in the bank. It doesn't exist. It's being lent out to the next person walking in. So I just remove the third party and I use insurance policies. I use what's called index universal life, right? So that's what I do personally. So for example, when it goes up, I'm pulling profits. I'm max funding my current policies. Once those are max funded, then I'll sit down with my, I'm a licensed agent, but I'll sit down with my wise counsel and I'll say, okay, my policies are max funded. Should I open up a new policy and max fund that one? Should I open up a policy to leverage to buy more real estate? There's all kinds of decisions that have to be made. What I'm working to do is to get my money out of the high risk down and secured into tier one capital, low risk, that I can leverage against tax-free by borrowing against my assets to buy more assets. So it's pretty simple, actually, once you get into it. I started doing this in 2020 at a very low level, broke on my parents' couch, and now I'm financially free now. And so just to be transparent, where a lot of my wealth comes from is businesses. I've created businesses in information technology and attention. But when I make money, I'm not buying Lambos and big houses and a bunch of stuff. I've been putting my money into riskier assets. I've been pulling profits and putting into tier one capital. And now the next cycle, 2024 to 2025, and specifically probably going into 2030, will be where I'm setting my family up now for generational wealth. I set up the Rockefeller Trust waterfall system. So, everything's submitted. We went through the whole process of figuring out who's what and beneficiaries and all that stuff. And basically the way it's set up is 50% will go to my kids, 25. The other 50% goes into my Rockefeller Foundation or Rockefeller dynasty, right? And so basically right there is I set up all these rules within it. And when my kids borrow against that, they have to put an insurance policy on that loan. And then when they die, the death benefit goes back into the dynasty. So my money just continues to help my kids, grandkids, kids. So hopefully that helps. All this stuff is down below in the description of this video. You can set up a free consultation with my insurance team. You can download the free book. You can also sign up for our 4-week webinar series, which actually launches coming up in a week. We're looking for 100 people for that webinar series. So we're doing this every single month. Week 1 is cryptocurrency allocation. Week 2 is how to get in and how to get out of the markets. Week 3 is my exact diversification strategy. Week 4 is trust, meeting our trust attorney. And you get all the resources. So when you get done, you get a video recording. It's a live video. Then you get the video recording and all the resources from phone numbers to who to contact, what to do. And then each month we meet and I share with you my portfolio, exactly what I'm doing. It's like, hey, here's what I'm doing. Not financial advice, just to kind of keep you guys updated on how I'm moving, the mistakes that I've made, how I'm learning and growing. So if you want to be part of that elite group, click the description down below. You apply for the Warrior Ascension Program and we'll get you an interview. You do get interviewed because we want to make sure it's a right fit for you. But the person interviewing can share with you probably the best place you can fit in there. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise, get your shit together.